Welcome to this week's edition of Mainly Motorsports. Man, we've hit a beautiful stretch of weather, some nice weather, some hot weather, and whew, not good weather for a fat guy, but we'll get through it. And now we're into July, and it can only get worse, I guess. But this past weekend, very bittersweet weekend for me, and you know, we all want to go racing. Absolutely want to go racing. You guys want to go racing. I want to see you guys all go racing. We were fortunate enough to have Tom Mayberry, Mike Mayberry, the entire staff, the Pro All-Star Series, and the American Canadian Tour, putting on a big event at Oxford. And on Saturday, Oxford kicked off their Saturday programs, and then Sunday, those tours as well as the past modifieds in action. And you were able to rent it all and see it all on the Northeast Sports Network. And so exciting, absolutely not the same without the fans. And we'll get into that a little later. But Saturday, I wasn't able to attend any races. I could have, I guess. But I had attended the funeral ceremony for Dick Walsenhume, the guy known as the Iron Man. And I know the younger generation, they hear about this guy, Mike Rowe, and all he's done in a race car, and the Jeff Taylors of the world who picked up another win up at Oxford this past weekend. But this sport was started with the guys and the likes of Dick Walsenhume, Homer Drew, Ralph Cusack, that gang down to Beach Ridge. I mean, just unbelievable. And Dick passed away last week, the ripe young age of, I believe, 87. And even at being in his 80s, this man was a character. We had him at our Bentley's events the last couple of years. Just loved it. Loved being with the crowd. Loved talking racing. Loved talking about the young drivers coming up. Just loved the sport. And when I say, I talk about Mainly Motorsports and what it's done for me, and I haven't got rich off it by no means. Like I said, if I looked every week and what it cost me out of my pocket versus what I bring in from advertisers and sponsors, I would shut down and never even go on air because, or even, on anything, because I don't even, it cost me to do this. But the rewards that I've received from this, nothing to do with the plaques, nothing to do with trophies, nothing to do with any of that. The rewards that I've been fortunate enough to receive because of Mainly Motorsports is I got to meet the likes of the guys like Dick Walsenhume, Dick McCabe, Pete Silver, Rick Zemler. Guys that, when I was at a young age and sitting in the grandstands over there at Beach Ridge and Oxford in the 70s and the early part of the 80s, those were the guys that were making a name for themselves. Those were the top dogs. Those were the ones that every kid in those grandstands wanted to grow up and be like. And, and that's one of the things that I have cherished with my time here on Mainly Motorsports. And a couple of years ago, we had a very special time. It was Summers Fest, walking around. Dick and Phyllis stopped me. Time Warner had just gone off the air, so we had moved to a different time and channel. And Dick was struggling to find it. Loved to watch the show every week. When it was on Time Warner, Phyllis told me he'd watch it Wednesday and then he'd watch it again Friday in case he missed something. Even though it was the same show, he might have missed something. She might have been talking or something, and it's just funny. So I said to Dick, and Dan Walker was standing with me. I said, you know what? We're going to come over Saturday morning. We'll get there half hour before it starts. We'll find it on your TV, and then you can program it in. We'll have some breakfast, and we'll just hang out. So we got there. Phyllis met us at the door with breakfast sandwiches. So we know it's going to be a great day. Two big guys showing up, and there's food already waiting for them. So we sat down, and we started talking, and talking about the show, and he was watching, and he was asking me questions, and we talked about Bentleys. He loved going to those events, and we got talking racing, some of the old time stuff that when me and Dan Walker were both kids sitting in the stands, paying attention and watching this stuff. And so I said to Dickie, I said, man, the races I used to love, those Auto-Wise 100s. I said, did you ever win one of them, Dickie? Huh? Win one? And Phyllis says, hang on. So he quieted down. Phyllis goes in the other room. She brings me out the inaugural Otto 100 trophy from 1974 and hands it to me. And when I tell you, I'm getting chills now as I tell this story to you viewers. It happens every time I tell this story. You know, this trophy, which doesn't look like anything in today's standard of trophies, but was so iconic in the late model sportsman division over there at Beach Ridge Motor Speedway, and everybody wanted to win this trophy, and Dick was fortunate enough to win 2 of them, one being this inaugural one. And the hair stood up on end, the goosebumps, the chills. I'm getting them right now as I tell the story. And we talked about those races, and you know, I just, a friendship. I had a friendship with Dick Walson-Hume. Every time he saw me, every time I saw him, you know, and like I said, this is one of the things that Mainely Motorsports has really, really allowed me to do, is to meet the people that I would never have the opportunity to speak to, the heroes of this sport. And but sadly, they laid him to rest at Beach Ridge Motor Speedway, and what a beautiful, beautiful ceremony and representation of the Iron Man. A lot of people there, a lot of former racers, lots of championships, lots of victories sitting in those grandstands. The most championships and victories that have ever sat in them grandstands, I will guarantee it. You know, Hall of Famers, people that, you know, door to door with him, you know, everything, you name it, they were there to pay their respect to Phyllis and the entire family. And you know, one of the coolest things was having his cars, a couple of his former cars on site that were either replicated or brought back to life. And, you know, and then to have the old Yankee Trader number 99 take one ceremonial victory lap before they released us all down on the track to pay our final respects. So just a great time to honor a great man and a great champion. So thank you to Beach Ridge. Thank you to Andy Cusack. It was a great, great ceremony, and we're thinking of you, Phyllis. I know it's going to be tough. 67 years, you were by the side of that man, and you never knew what was coming out of his mouth, what was around the corner, or what was next. And it's going to be tough, but we're all here for you, and we appreciate everything the Iron Man put and brought to this great sport of short track racing. So we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to have some short track racing from up at Oxford this past weekend, and we'll talk to one of the winners. So we'll take a break. We'll be right back here on Mainly Motorsports.
Welcome to LST Landscaping, where we've been providing complete landscape solutions to all of southern Maine since 1969. We specialize in year-round landscape maintenance and snow services, including weekly lawn mowing, seasonal cleanups, sweeping, mulching, and so much more. Many more customizable services are available upon request. Please call our office today at 207-878-1578 or visit our website, lstlandscapinginc.com.
I'm Melinda. My husband Steve and I operate E-Keys for Cars in Saco. E-Keys is family-owned with over 20 years in the car key business. Need an extra key? We promise to provide the best quality at a good price. Walk-ins are always welcome with no appointment ever needed. You'll be in and out in minutes. And yes, E-Keys still handles emergencies. But why wait? E-Keys for Cars, Route 1 on the Auto Mile in Saco.
E-Keys for Cars.
Mainly Motorsports, brought to you by LKQ Core. Any part, any repair, anywhere. Located on Route 202 in Gorham. Wiscasset Speedway, Maine's biggest and fastest, with $5 admission every weekend and loads of family fun. Check us out at wiscassetspeedway.com.
Well, welcome back to Mainly Motorsports. And like I said earlier in the episode, racing finally kicked off in the state of Maine this past weekend over there at Oxford Plains Speedway. And Sunday, the American Canadian Tour, the Pro All-Star Series Super Late Models in action, along with the Past Modifieds. And on the phone with us now is two-time winner in the Past Modifieds division this year, is Tyler King. And Tyler, we want to welcome you to Mainly Motorsports.
Thank you very much for having me.
Well, I mean, you couldn't ask for a better start to the season. You know, the no fans thing sucks, but, you know, you picked up a win over there at White Mountain. You had a good run the second race, and then back at Oxford, which is traditionally, I know you raced a little bit at Beach Ridge, but Oxford is the home track of the King family. So big deal to pick up the win over there this past weekend.
Yeah, Oxford's definitely, It's one of my favorite tracks. It's close to home. It's fun going to other tracks. We had our car was really good at White Mountain both times we went. Had good luck there, and 2 wins and a third to start the season is awesome so far. So hopefully we can keep it up.
You know, one of the things I always tell everybody, and we saw it today at the end of the ACT race with Joey Pohl, you know, kind of panicking. We saw it in the middle of the ACT race with Stephen Donahue, is some of these times guys don't show patience. But you didn't show patience early in that race, but you made it work. You had some 3 wide moves. You knew you had to get to the front, kind of put some, I don't want to call it carnage, but some of those guys that we know we're going to have issues with behind you. And once you did, I mean, you knew what the race was because you were the guy leading off all those restarts that kept happening. But talk about that early part of the race and when you decided to try some 3 wide stuff.
Yeah, I've always, even the street stock, I've always liked the third groove. I don't know why. It's pretty risky out there, but sometimes it works, and sometimes you get collected up in a mess, and today it worked out good for us. We got through the carnage and kind of got a few more restarts and got to the front, and then it just controlled the race from there. So today it worked out, but next week we do it again, you never know.
No, absolutely. And, I mean, it was a great race. There was a lot of great battles. It just seems like, to me, some of the cautions that happened today were needless. You know, guys wanting to be on the bottom, not wanting to be in the outside groove. And, you know, I don't care where you are at a racetrack, you got to have your car you've got to be able to do the bottom or the top because you can't pick and choose where you're going to be because sometimes, you know, traffic, restarts dictates, you know, all that for you.
Yeah, definitely. Last year when we got the car, in practice we worked on the outside because we know Oxford, everyone loves the bottom, and I think that's why we have such success there is we can go on the top. And, I don't know, I think other guys got to try to work on that too, maybe.
Yeah, no.
It just works for us.
And you showed today, you know, you showed patience once you got out in front. You set the pace. Obviously, you know, you didn't come from the front. You had to start mid-pack to the back. So, you know, you got to be on your toes. But now we're racing without fans. And you know, and I was thinking today as I was sitting in the grandstands with just the spotters, myself, you know, getting some highlights, you're a team that has a huge fan base. That King family, from the time you first strapped on your go-kart training wheels, your dad got in that street stock years ago at Oxford, the Pro Stocks, you have a huge following. How has this affected what the King family's used to doing, and that's traveling at the races as a group and supporting what used to be Scott, but now is Tyler?
Yeah, it's huge. Yeah, we don't really have much of a crew. They just sit home and watch the race, which at least they can watch the race from home, so that does help a little bit, but it definitely sucks not having them there cheering and can't get out.
Yep.
Doing interviews and thanking all your sponsors. I think that's the biggest thing. Even the 2 wins we had, I haven't really been able to get out and thank everyone that helps get me there. So that's kind of the downside of that, I think. Can't get the recognition they deserve. But, yeah, it definitely has affected us and affected a lot of people, really.
Well, hopefully it changes sooner rather than later. I mean, we're seeing it already in New Hampshire. You know, at least now you can you know, race in front of some fans over there at some of the tracks in New Hampshire, which is with a little bit of help, and maybe, you know, the Victory Lane stuff will come next. But, you know, talk about the season now. I mean, obviously some racetracks that you were planning on going are probably off the schedule. You know, Oxford and White Mountain look like they're going to be the two hub tracks, and then hopefully get to a few other places. So, I mean, is it a points race? You're chasing the points? How many races do you guys think you're going to have now for the points?
I think they definitely canceled Spud. They took Speedway 95 off the schedule, and those are 2 tracks that I love. I love going up to the county, and that's always a wicked fun weekend. I think I don't know if Hudson's still on the schedule. I know Seekonk is still on the schedule. I don't know if that's still a go or not, but I think that even this next coming weekend, they're not really sure if we're racing yet or not. So I think they're kind of almost taking it week by week to get us as many races as we can. And hopefully we can get to a few other tracks because it's definitely fun getting to other places. But as long as we're racing, that's cool with us.
No, absolutely. So I know you didn't get a chance to thank your sponsors in Victory Lane, but why don't you take this time to throw out some shout-outs and thank the people that, you know, the car owners, the crew, and the people that are making it possible for you to wheel that fast bright number 11.
Yeah, first off, I got to thank my dad and my grandfather. I live an hour away from the race shop, and they work all week getting it ready, and definitely couldn't do it without them. And I got to thank my spotter and tire guy, Nick, Brian, Jason, just everybody that helps me out. And then Twin Rivers Building Supply, Hughes Truck Bodies, Reading Truck Bodies, R&B Drywall, G Brown Construction. Just couldn't do it without those guys, and just a big, huge thanks to them.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And, it makes it tough. And I know it's not as fun going to the racetrack and winning and then rolling into the pits and not hearing the cheers from the front side and all that. But it'll all get back to normal sooner rather than later. And we want to wish you the best of luck. And, I mean, you've started the year off. You couldn't ask for a better start to a race season the way your team has started in 2020. So wish you the best of luck as you go and try to claim your inaugural past modified championship for 2020.
Yeah, thank you very much. Hopefully we can keep it going and be the champion at the end of the year.
No, that's what we're all hoping for, Tyler. So that's Tyler King, two-time winner on the Pro All-Star Series Modified Division, picked up the win this past weekend at Oxford. We'll take a break and we'll be right back here on Mainly Motorsports.
Don't deal with just anybody to seal coat your driveway or business this season. Call Black Magic. They bring over 20 years of experience in seal coating and crack filling. Black Magic's skilled team makes sure the job is always done right, on schedule with quality workmanship at a fair price. Protect your investment in your driveway by getting it sealed with Black Magic.
Ooh, Black Magic.
My name is Scott. This is Devin. We're the owners of Black Magic Seal Coating. Let us earn your business today. You'll be glad you did.
Football fans, have we got a deal for you? VIP Tour and Charter Bus Company is offering round-trip transportation to Gillette Stadium to watch the New England Patriots make another run for the Super Bowl. Ride in style knowing we're doing the driving. So if you've got a ticket, we've got your ride. It doesn't get any better than that. Just log on to VIPChartercoaches.com, click on the Browse Book Tour button, and book your trip today. It's that simple. Relax and leave the driving to us, and we'll leave the tailgating to you.
For a trusted name in residential and commercial site work in the southern Maine area, call Peter Pettit Excavating. We can handle everything from the complete house lot to those nasty water and sewer line repairs. Septic systems are another area that we specialize in. During the snow season, Pettit Excavating has the equipment to handle any size job.
And when the race season arrives, be sure to follow the number 7 Hewitt's Family Restaurant Chevrolet on the past Super Late Model Tour.
Call 207-282-9305 to get the job done right. That's Peter Pettit Excavating.
Welcome back to Mainly Motorsports. And you want to talk about a track that's hit the ground running, and that's Star Speedway down there at Route 27 in Epping. They had their second program of the season over there this weekend. They had the Little Webb's Tire and Fuel Sales 75-lap late model race, and Stellafield, 20-plus late models in action. And familiar guy down that way picked up the win, and just the start of his weekend. But enjoy all the highlights from the street stocks, the late models, and the slingshots making their debut for the 2020 season over there at Star Speedway. So a lot of fun to be had over there at that little short track. And we encourage you, this Sunday they'll be over there in action on Sunday, July 5th. And we're going to take a ride over and check it out and see all the improvements that they've done during the off season and check out the racing this weekend over there at Star Speedway. So July 5th in action for their next race. So enjoy these highlights put together by Caitlin Osborne.
Green flag back in the air. Kennedy Construction late models back underway. Lynham once again gets the jump on George Maroon. Maroon tries hanging to his outside, but he's going to settle into the second spot. The battle is for third now. Eric Sands on the outside. Dennis Dumas down low, side by side for the third spot. Eric Sands has it at the line to go in the 75-lap main event for the late models here tonight. Up front, it has been all Ryan Lynham in car number 10. Lynham had the lead from the drop of the green. He has not looked back. Eric Sands in the second spot. Robbie Gordon Douglas third. Fourth, George Maroon. Those two drivers having great runs. Gordon Douglas in the third spot. George Maroon in the fourth spot. Wayne Helliwell is fifth. Sixth, Josh Hedges. Seventh, Jay Sands. Eighth is Larry Gelinas. Ninth is Jay Ryan. And 10th right now is Matt Lewinsky-Lowe in car number 17. Ryan Lynham trying to run away and hide, but Eric Sands starting to tick off some laps here, trying to reel him in for the top spot. Robbie Gordon Douglas not going away either. He's trying to reel in Eric Sands for that second spot. Long way to go in this one. The 75-lap main event, the Lil Webb 75 for the Kenizik Construction late models. Drivers playing cautious right now as there's a long way to go. You don't want to burn your stuff up too early here. Battle for the second spot. Robbie Gordon Douglas is there now, down the back straightaway. Eric Sands has the second spot, but Robbie Gordon Douglas wants it. Man on the move right now. Wayne Helliwell Jr. starting to reel in George Maroon for that fourth spot. Lewinsky Lowe now falls in line right in front of that 82 car of Jay Ryan. Jay Ryan right in the mix, having a nice little run for himself. The Salem, New Hampshire driver in the Jay's Aquatic sponsored 82. Now the Sands boys going to go at it for the fourth spot on the racetrack. Son Eric in the 36E has the fourth spot. Dad Jay Sands in the 36 New Hampshire trying to find a way by and get into that fourth spot. George Maroon right behind them trying to crack back inside the top five. Halfway home this time by 38 down, 37 to go for Dover, New Hampshire's Wayne Helliwell Jr. On the 01 hanging tough, but Jay Sands is putting heavy pressure to his back bumper right now. Your leader, Wayne Helliwell Jr. is catching the rear end of the field now. Sands now dives to the bottom side on Ballistic Bill Helliwell. They made a little bit of contact. Sands let Bill Helliwell gather it up, this time by 5 laps to go for your leader, Wayne Helliwell Jr. in car number 27. Battle for fifth. Keep an eye on that, folks. It is still raging on right now. Hedges gets out of your leader's way, lets him go by safely. No problem there for Wayne Helliwell Jr. as the battle for fifth rages on here with 4 laps to go at the line for your leader, Wayne Helliwell Jr. Mark Jennison has joined that battle for the fifth spot as well in car number 5 as they head down the front straightaway. Jennison tries to get to the bottom side on the 82 of Jay Ryan. Nothing doing there. 2 laps to go at the line, this time by for your leader, Wayne Helliwell Jr. in car number 27. 2 to go at the line. Helliwell starting to lap inside the top 10 now as Mike Benavides in front of your leader, Helliwell. White flag in the air. Final trip around for Wayne Helliwell Jr. Josh Hedges pulls pit side. Battle for fifth still going on down the back straightaway right in front of your leader, Helliwell, as they have 1 more lap to go. Checkered flag in the air, this time by your Lil Webb 75 winner is Wayne Helliwell Jr. in car number 27. Looks the field over, lets him go. Woody's Auto Street Stocks underway. Clement gets the jump on Peabody now down the back straightaway. Clement going to lead him down the backstretch. Peabody settles into that second spot, but here comes Ron Bolduck now. Bolduck looks to the outside of Peabody down the front straightaway. Peabody rushing Bolduck up into the front stretch wall now. Ooh, Rob McRae's fender comes off the race car. It's up out of the groove. We're going to stay green for the moment. Caution flag on the speedway. Fanning up high, can't get it done. Clement jets back to the lead. Now they're 3 wide down the back straightaway. Fanning comes down in front of Dolliver. Dolliver's gets into Fanning, and everybody's stacking up now. They went 3 wide down the back straightaway. Dolliver's. Storis in the 22X trying to hang to the outside of Clement down the back straightaway, side by side for the lead. Adam Lovejoy right there in the 3rd spot. Here comes Ronnie Bolduck in the 9. Bolduck down underneath Baxter. They're side by side for the lead. Clement using Jim Storis up the racetrack, but Storis keeps his foot in it and hangs to the outside groove. Side by side down the back straightaway. Clement on the bottom side. Jim Storis up high. Storis not going away on the outside groove. Adam Lovejoy waiting for something to happen. Bill Clement not giving Jim Storis much room, but Jim Storis ain't afraid to keep his foot right to the gas. That time Clement gave Storis a little shimmy shake and takes the lead back. Adam Lovejoy now gets to the bottom side on Jim Storis. Storis trying to fight from the outside groove of the Star Speedway now. Storis able to hang on to that 2nd spot for the moment, and he's looking to get back to the outside on Bill Clement. Good hard racing up front as Adam Lovejoy gets down underneath the 22X of Jim Storis. And in the 3rd spot. Can Adam Lovejoy find a way by Clement here in the final 6 laps of this one? Adam Lovejoy bounces off the 33 that time. 5 fingers in the air this time by from Chief starter Steve Grand. 5 laps to go. Bill Clement hanging on in the 33 car. He's got 5 more trips around the Star Speedway to see if he can get it done. Adam Lovejoy right there, still within striking distance, as is the 22X of Jim Storrs. Then it's a ways back to 4th spot, Ronnie Bolduck. Bolduck would like something to happen up front. How about Justin Beecher right up in the 6th spot? Beecher in the 57 having a great run. Justin Beecher in his first start of the season here at the Star Speedway in the 57 car, right behind your 5th place driver, Baxter. Beecher looking for that 5th spot now in the 57. Popsicle sticks in the air this time by 2 laps to go for Adam Lovejoy to find a way by your leader, Bill Clement. 2 to go at the line. White flag in the air this time by Beecher, able to get by Baxter into the 5th spot. White flag in the air, final trip around. Lovejoy right to the rear bumper on Clement, trying to set him up here. Puts the bumper to him down the back straightaway. Oh, Corey Fanning with issues in the 88 car. Checkered flag out this time by Lovejoy. Gives him a tap. It's not going to be enough. It's Clement, your winner in the 33. Second to Lovejoy. 3rd, Jim Storrs. Drew Morse gets the jump. Here comes TJ Laro now. Laro to the bottom side in the 117. Takes over the 2nd spot. Laro in the heat race was all over that 87 of Ramsey trying to go for the lead. Now he's going to go for the lead from Drew Morse in the main event. Laro right to the back bumper of Morse. Ramsey follows Laro through and into the 3rd spot in car number 87. Battle is for the 4th spot between Israelson and the 121 and that 95 of DeConing. They make a little bit of contact through turns 3 and 4, still side by side down the front straightaway. Drew Morse trying to hang on and score the victory in the inaugural main event for the Mia's Jewelry Boutique Slingshots. Laro a little loose, Ramsey a little loose as well, chasing that 87 car up to the front straightaway wall. Laro able to get back down to the bottom side of Ramsey now, down the backstretch. Oh! So Michael Ramsey, just like that, has a healthy lead over the 2nd spot of Israelson. 3rd is now Drew Morse. 4th is Laro. Clark Brooks in the 21 car around. He looks like he's going to keep it rolling, and we're going to keep it green. Some of these divisions could take some notes from our new division here at the Star Speedway on how to keep it rolling and keeping it green. Green flags still in the air. Halfway home this time by, says Chief Starter Gage Osborne, for your leader, Michael Ramsey in car number 87. Drew Morse. Oh, LeBlanc around in car number 20. Gonna keep it rolling, and we're gonna stay green. LeBlanc down through the dirt, back onto the racetrack. No harm, no foul, no caution. Love these guys. All right, this time by, going to be 5 laps to go as your leader, Michael Ramsey, works to the outside of the 20 of LeBlanc. 5 laps to go for the 87 of Michael Ramsey. 5 to go at the line. Laro starting to cut into his lead just a little bit here. See if he has enough time once he clears the 20 of LeBlanc down the back straightaway. Michael Ramsey, lead starting to diminish, but the laps are dwindling down. Can TJ Laro catch him? Here he comes now in the 117. Down to about 2-3 car lengths as they head down the back straightaway. Ramsey got a good run down the backstretch that time. Opens up the gap just a little bit on Laro. Lap traffic up ahead. It's the 95 of Mike DeConing. Koning was right up towards the front before having his little bout with the 3 and 4 wall, but he kept it rolling. Popsicle sticks in the air this time by for your leader, Michael Ramsey in car number 87. Oh, Ramsey way up the racetrack in the 87. Big mistake. That's going to allow Laro to the bottom side. Michael Ramsey made an epic mistake. Oh, contact made now. Oh, boy, folks, this is going to get good. Who's going to be the inaugural slingshot winner at the Star Speedway? White flag in the air this time by Ramsey. Fights back on the outside. TJ Laro has the preferred bottom lane. It's Laro at the line. White flag in the air, side by side. Who's going to be the inaugural Mia's Slingshot winner? Down the back straightaway, TJ Laro is in the clear. Ramsey going to try one last-ditch effort. Oh! Slams him. Laro up the racetrack. TJ Laro hangs on for the win. Wow. Well, that is one way to get the Star Speedway faithful to like a new division. The Mia's...
You don't have to wait until the end of camping season to get your best price. Hi, I'm Scott from Scott's Recreation. We're starting our end of season sale now. We have over 300 campers in stock and every unit is on sale. Even the 2020s, up to $16,000 off travel trailers, up to $30,000 off fifth wheels and motorhomes, up to $40,000 off toy haulers. Ask about our bi-weekly payment program to save you even more money. Financing available, trades welcome.
Scott's Recreation, Turner and Manchester, Maine.
Our family has been in business since 1972. I'm Johnny Wolf. I personally drive and state inspect every vehicle we sell. 21st Century Motors now offers low-rate credit union financing and first-time buyer programs. We have a large selection of vehicles starting at $49.90. Quality vehicles and guaranteed repairs. Come see why more than 50% of our business is repeat or referral. Visit us today on Route 25 in Gorham, Maine, or online at 21stcenturymaine.com.
From our family to your family.
Mainly Motorsports, brought to you by
Scott's Recreation. Whether you're thinking about your first camper or looking to upgrade your current one, Scott's Recreation can help you. Get both our Route 202 Manchester and our Route 4 Turner locations and online at scottsrecreation.com.
Bentley Saloon, Route 1 in Arundel. Stop by and see why me and my friends say, who has more fun than us? We do.
Well, welcome back to Mainly Motorsports, and you saw some highlights in the segment before over there at Star Speedway, and the guy we got on the phone now, he just wanted to keep the momentum going and cap off a great weekend up there at Oxford Plains Speedway, and that's Wayne Hallowell Jr. So, Wayne, we want to welcome you to Mainly Motorsports.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Wow, that's, winning 2 races in a weekend, 2 different tracks, a Saturday night program, and a tour race. That's a pretty big deal anytime,
Yeah, it's definitely good when you can use the same car at both places and make a few changes and get a couple of the guys together and have a good weekend.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And obviously I wasn't at Star, but I was at Oxford, and you looked like you had a great car right from the outset. Obviously Joey Pohl, set a pretty good pace, kind of checked out, and you and Kruzak had a battle going on, and then obviously you broke an axle. But you look like you had a car that was, you were just riding, and...
Yeah, exactly it. And even though Brian and I were changing spots there for a little while, I was in a good conserve mode in riding there. And at one point I just wanted to sit in third, if there was a restart. It didn't seem like there was much of an outside lane today. And, so we were able to conserve, but yet, I guess, run a pretty fast pace there, because I didn't even realize till the end of the run that we had lapped that many people.
Oh yeah, at one point, Joey was a half a track ahead of third place, and you guys were setting a pace, and but man, talk about what it's like to race in that lap traffic though, because obviously that was his downfall, your opportunity to capitalize late in the race, but lap traffic makes for a long day, doesn't it?
It definitely does, and everybody's got their own issues going on, whether or not they need to run the bottom or someone's got to run the top. So as you come up on it, you really don't know. Sometimes you get that courtesy, you get the finger pointing which lane to take, and once we started getting up to those the stronger cars there, Rich is he's still running for position with that group of guys, and we had caught him, and Joey had looked to the outside, and I saw that the bottom lane open up, and started to stick my nose in there and, lifted out of it, but I don't know if Rich, caught it out of the corner of his eye or a spotter came over, but he probably moved up. Unfortunately, Joey got the raw end of that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And it was so funny because leading up to that, Joey was good. But I was sitting there, and as I was filming, I'm saying, I think Wayne's better because he's keeping the distance, exactly what he needs to keep. I think he's trying to let Joey kind of lull himself to sleep, so to speak, like say, hey, this is all Wayne's got. This is where I'm at, and, I kind of got this race in hand, which he did, until he caught lap traffic, and then it looked like you took that opportunity to kind of step up your game a little bit, and that's what happened. You put the pressure on him, and then you looked like you had a car, whether it was on the bottom or the top, you could go either place. At that point, he had a car that was only willing to work on the bottom, and then so you really got a guy, you got him in your sight, so to speak, at that point.
Yeah, it seemed like, with 15 to go, it seemed like there was an opportunity there, and it seemed like he started to plateau, and we still had just a tiny bit left. And that's what I did. You kind of pull yourself up, and let's get at it. And we were able to close in on them, and then once that happens, anything could happen, and we were I guess in the right place at the right time today.
No, absolutely, and it was funny because it was so deathly quiet on the front stretch, wasn't it? When you got out, I actually heard you say, "There's no fans." Like you knew what you were getting out to, and I was sitting at the top of the bleachers filming towards the one turn, and I heard you say that. I'm like, wow, it is deathly quiet, and. What's your take on it? I mean, obviously last night you got the race in front of fans at Star, and they had a great crowd. But what did you think when you climbed out and there was nobody?
I mean, it's you're happy at the moment that you won, and then you get out and there's nobody there. Your crew's not there, your family's not there, and it's just that it's disappointing, But we all understand what's going on. We got to try to do the best we can to stay apart at this time, and it'll all come back around here soon enough. We'll be back to normal. But yeah, it was definitely different. And you normally get out, you cheer, you jump up and down, and do all that stuff. But hey, we had to face the other way today and get our pitches taken.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So, how's Wayne feeling? I mean, you've had some health issues over the last couple of years, and it's really controlled your race program, so to speak. But how are you feeling?
So today, after the race, we're racing last night and then getting up early today, and it being fairly warm today, towards the end of that race, I was starting to feel, just really run down and overheated, and that's all part of the MS deal. So, I got to know my limitations and drink and hydrate and all that stuff. So, I was tired after we got out of the car today, but now we've sat down, we've had dinner, we've had a shower, we're good, back to normal.
No, that's good. So what is 2020 race season for Wayne Hellewell and the Bernhardt team? I mean, what are your plans this year?
So we didn't really have anything etched in stone. At the beginning of the season, Bruce and I had just talked about, just really working on our super late and trying to get that dialed in. And we did some testing, and we did that opening day show up there at White Mountain, and then we kind of got off track with the late model. We got that out, and now I don't know what we're going to do. I guess we'll unload tomorrow, and I guess we're going to have to discuss what the plan is.
Yeah. So was this your first ACT race of the year, or I mean, they've only run one other one?
Yeah. So we did the White Mountain show, and we finished second up there. Now with this win today, I'm sure some of the sponsors are going to want to probably try to chase something now, so we'll have to discuss it tomorrow.
Oh, them damn point races, huh?
Yeah, you never know.
You got to miss the first one to take yourself right out of it when you're as good a team as you got. But talk about that, because this was, I talked to Tyler King, who won the past modified race earlier, and he said one of the things that he was missing with not having the fans, not being interviewed, was not being able to thank the people behind the scenes, the money guys, the sponsors, the team, the car owners, so take this opportunity to thank the guys that obviously are giving you a great piece, every time you strap in.
Yeah, so, obviously I got to thank Bruce and everything that he does and, puts his heart and soul into all of this, and I couldn't ask for, a better car owner or a friend, and then, the crew, we had Greg and Al last night and today, I can't thank them enough. They're always there when we need them. And then, Jimmy Broadhurst from E-Keys for Cars, Unique Ford. All of our longtime sponsors have stuck with us through all these years. I think Bruce and I have been together now 11 years with
Crazy.
the same batch of sponsors. And, even through this deal that we're going through now, nobody questioned anything. And, everybody's still aboard. And, that's hard to find. So it's a good fit. I'm proud to be part of it, and I can't thank everybody enough.
Well, and you guys run a first-class operation, from Bruce all the way down to you and the team. You guys are first class. You bring a very respectable race car to the racetrack. You're fan-friendly. You're sponsor supportive, sponsor promoters, and that's what this is all about. And, when people say, well, how come you guys get a sponsor for 8 years, 10 years, or whatever? it's because you know how to take care of them. It's not about putting your hand out and then going back 12 months later and putting the hand out again, you know, and that's why you've got the guys like, you know, Jimmy Broadhurst from E-Keys and the Unique Ford who have been with you guys since pretty much your inception, and you know, keep coming back every year, and never a question because of what you guys not only do on the track, but what you do off the track, Wayne.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. Hit it right on the head there. And, you know, like I said, I can't thank all these people enough. You know, in these times when people should be clinching down, they're not. So thank them again.
Nope, yeah, absolutely. And we want to congratulate you. Great weekend, picking up the win in the 75-lap Little Webb's tire sales and fuel sales and everything else that kid sells, and or the dad sells and collects the money for over there at Star Speedway, and then rolling into Oxford and bringing the Punisher out and finishing up a great weekend for the entire race team. So congratulations, Wayne. Look forward to following you as you chase that Actor Championship. Let me be the first one to tell you that's what's going to happen now. You're going to chase the Actor Championship. So I don't know if you believe it. I don't know if anybody's talking about it in your group, but that's what's going to happen, and I'm going to be the first one to tell you. And you can tell Bruce when he tells you, say, hey, Perry already told me that. All right, well, great job by you and the entire team this weekend, Wayne, and you know, stay cool, stay hydrated, and stay healthy, and because we love seeing you at the racetrack.
All right, thank you, Steve. I appreciate it.
All right, that's ACT winner over there at Oxford Plains Speedway this weekend, Wayne Hellewell Jr. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back here on Mainly Motorsports.
Hi, I'm Sean Moody. We take pride in our facilities, and at Moody's, it's what's inside that matters. We believe it's more than just the exterior looking good, it's what's inside that matters. Restoring the structure of your vehicle to factory specs is critical to your safety. I'm proud of our Moody's co-worker owners who understand the importance of protecting a valuable asset. And we all know what our most valuable asset is. It's what's inside that matters.
Welcome to LST Landscaping, where we've been providing complete landscape solutions to all of southern Maine since 1969. We specialize in year-round landscape maintenance and snow services, including weekly lawn mowing, seasonal cleanups, sweeping, mulching, and so much more. Many more customizable services are available upon request. Please call our office today at 207-878-1578 or visit our website, lstlandscapinginc.com.
Patman's Redemption and Agency Liquor Store is located at 95 Tanberg Trail in Windham, Maine. With over 400 feet of hard liquor and 15 doors of ice-cold beer and soda, Patman's can handle all of your beverage needs. And if it's wine on your agenda, we have over 300 varieties in stock. Then when the party's over, Patman's can handle all of your Maine returnables, and we welcome all bottle drives. And if you're late for the race, drop off the bottles and pick up the cash at your convenience.
Hey, this is Pat Man himself, just letting you know that Pat Man's is your one-stop shop for all your thirsty needs.
Well, welcome back to Mainly Motorsports, and great guy that Wayne Hellewell is, and like I said, first class operation, top to bottom, first class, and place that he cut his teeth on, Hudson Speedway, one of those little short tracks over there in New Hampshire that he traveled to and raced at, and you know, got his feet wet in short track racing. Had a big race this past weekend for the street stocks, the Battle for the Belt, Mighty Mike Lewis Memorial Race, and Mainly Awards was a part of it, provided the hardware over there, so really excited. 20 plus street stocks in attendance. They all want to win those belt races. They all usually come with some extra special money and accolades, and this weekend was no different. So we got some highlights over there at Hudson Speedway. Ben and Steve doing a great job, and we're looking forward to getting our modified program kicked off and over there racing in the 2020 season. So enjoy these highlights. The video, Caitlin Osborne Racing Videos, once again, nails it. So highlights from the Mighty Mike Lewis Memorial.
cars. So when your ignition won't turn or you lose your key, that just adds insult to injury. Why tow it? E-Keys for Cars technicians will solve your problem in your dooryard or at the mall and get you back on the road. AAA member? You should be. Your AAA locksmith coverage comes right off the bill. E-Keys for Cars, Maine's fast, affordable solution to your car key and lock problems. On the Auto Mile, Route 1, Saco.
E-Keys for Cars.
Our family has been in business since 1972. I'm Johnny Wolf. I personally drive and state inspect every vehicle we sell. 21st Century Motors now offers low-rate credit union financing and first-time buyer programs. We have a large selection of vehicles starting at $49.90. Quality vehicles and guaranteed repairs. Come see why more than 50% of our business is repeat or referral. Visit us today on Route 25 in Gorham, Maine, or online at 21stcenturymaine.com.
From our family to your family.
You don't have to wait until the end of camping season to get your best price. Hi, I'm Scott from Scott's Recreation.
We're starting our end of season sale now. We have over 300 campers in stock and every unit is on sale, even the 2020s. Up to $16,000 off travel trailers, up to $30,000 off fifth wheels and motorhomes, up to $40,000 off toy haulers. Ask about our bi-weekly payment program to save you even more money.
Financing available, trades welcome.
Scott's Recreation, Turner and Manchester, Maine.
Mainly Motorsports, brought to you by
Four Seasons Synthetic. See them for all your AMSOIL product needs.
Moody's Collision Centers, now with 7 convenient locations. Gorham, Scarborough, Biddeford, Portland, Sanford, Lewiston, and now South Portland. Visit us at moodyscollision.com.
Welcome to Mainly Motorsports.
To order a copy of this show, send a check or money order for $15, including shipping and handling to Mainely Motorsports, 2 Main Street, Suite 17-103, Biddeford, Maine, 04005. And please add the show number in the description of the show.
Hi, I'm Sean Moody. We take pride in our facilities, and at Moody's, it's what's inside that matters. We believe it's more than just the exterior looking good, it's what's inside that matters. Restoring the structure of your vehicle to factory specs is critical to your safety. I'm proud of our Moody's co-worker owners who understand the importance of protecting your valuable asset. And we all know what our most valuable asset is. It's what's inside that matters.
Servicing differentials is virtually impossible. The confined space makes fill holes difficult to reach, and industry-standard conical bottles are rigid and hard to squeeze. That combination makes for a messy job. Plus, you can't get all of the gear lube out of the bottle, so you have to buy more than you need to complete the job. And engineering your own solution only results in disaster. Not anymore. Introducing the new AMSOIL Easy Pack. Easily access hard-to-service differentials. Easily squeeze out all of the contents. And easily stay clean while you do it. No more leftover fluid or inconvenient rigid bottles. No more trouble reaching difficult fill holes. No more mess. AMSOIL Severe Gear in the new Easy Pack. The solution to all your problems.
Another first from AMSOIL. For a stocking dealer nearest you, call toll-free 877-761-8375 or visit fourseasonsynthetic.com.
Well, as we wrap up this week's edition of Mainly Motorsports, we were hoping to have a phone interview with Nick Sweet, but he must abide by all the cellular laws and put his phone away when he's traveling down the road. We were hoping to catch up with him on the way back, but same thing with Tyler King. He's 2 for 3. He didn't have a great run the second time around at White Mountain, but definitely a name to watch. And I'm telling you, one of the top guys in all of New England, short track racing, just continues. He hasn't won a race yet this year, but I think he's been on the podium every race he's competed in, or pretty close, and that's DJ Shaw. So Dale Shaw Race Cars, they got a fast race car. They were at Oxford once again, finished second. DJ finished, I think, second in the ACT race, driving for somebody else, but obviously a Dale Shaw race car chassis. So, man, just when you hope somebody else steps up or somebody else falls off, they ain't falling off. And it's going to be a great battle all year long in the Pro All-Star Series between the likes of Travis Benjamin, Nick Sweet, obviously DJ Shaw. We were missing Derek Griffith this weekend, but boy, let's just hope it all gets back to normal and we can race with the fans. And that race at the end of August over there at the Oxford 250, that'd be a big deal. And we need to have that happen. But we need to have all these tracks open up. And the ones that are open up and you have the opportunity to go check them out, support them. You know, if you can't get to one, buy the Northeast Sports Networks and the Speed 51 programs, and just do what you can to support short track racing because they need you. They need you now more than ever. And you know, you don't want to be the guy that's looking and say, "Man, I wish I had a racetrack to go to." And remember, we used to go here, and they closed it down. Remember, we used to go here. You don't want that to happen. So, plenty of opportunities. A lot of great racing. I know some tracks are adjusting their schedules this weekend because 4th of July falls on Saturday. Yeah, so we all know stars are going off on Sunday. Lee USA Speedway's running Friday night. Oxford's got something they're going to run. So just Facebook and the websites. That's where you can find your information right now. Facebook and the websites. Claremont, the Granite State Pro Stock Series will be in action. So plenty of racing to get your feet. Groveton over there, the Humphreys playground. I mean, every week they're getting better and better, and it's a great opportunity right now. And like I said, New Hampshire leaps and bounds ahead of the state of Maine. So enjoy it. You Maine race fans, get out there and support what's going on in New Hampshire. So, like I said, sad day Saturday as I attended the funeral of Dickie Walsenhume, and man, they don't make them like that no more. So I hope you enjoyed this week's episode, and we'll see you next time right here on Mainly Motorsports.